Governor Adeleke has emerged as the governorship candidate of the Accord Party after the governorship primary held at Osogbo and observed by the Electoral Commission, INEC, and other observers. The governor scored 145 votes, while 5 votes were voided. The governor was the sole aspirant for the position, accepted the nomination, and asserted that his records of achievements and the mass goodwill of the people will guarantee victory for the Accord Party in the 2026 polls. The governor further used the occasion to unveil an upgraded 5-point agenda for the 2026 race, namely integrated citizens and workers' welfare, infrastructure consolidation for economic prosperity, increased agro-industrial expansion for youth empowerment, innovations for health, education, and social care, and improved business environment for job creation. Joining us now to discuss the defection of Osun State Governor Adeleke to the Accord Party is Kolapo, Alimi, Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment in Osun State. Honorable Alimi, thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Doctor. Good morning, our viewers at home. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Governor Adeleke's movement from the PDP to the Accord Party, a process that began on November 4 with his resignation from the People's Democratic Party. November 6, he declared for the Accord Party. Now, towards the end of the year, he has now formally been declared as the sole aspirant for the party. How strategic is this movement? This is basically, as I have argued, a game of survival, self-preservation. Since APC has its own issues, PDP has its own major issues. Now, Accord Party looks like a safe haven, like people looking for silver and gold when there is rate cut in the US. Hello, are you with me? Hello, Honorable Kolapo Alimi. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've phrased the question.
I'm with you.
Yes, please go ahead. Your take.
Kindly pardon me on the last sentence of your question.
No. I was saying, is this just a game of survival, self-preservation? That's just the summary.
Okay.
And what do you think?
Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity. Let me state that Governor Adeleke loved the PDP, and the movement, I will not call it a defection, the movement of His Excellency Adeleke to Accord could be described as a child of necessity. It was foisted on him by the recurrent leadership crisis which infected the PDP and which has refused to go. Over the years, which has been so discussed, even on this platform, your station, this national TV, several times, is the issue of the leadership crisis. And our governor tried his best to make sure that the issue was properly resolved. But the situation got to the height, the highest height, on November 4. What happened on November 4 was that, according to the PDP gubernatorial timetable for Osun, after the form was obtained, the governor obtained the form, attended the screening, the NWC of PDP, by that timetable, supposed to sit and ratify the report of the screening committee on November 4. But from September 30 to November 1, when the judgment of the Federal Court was delivered, there was a suspension and counter-suspension. And so the headquarters, Wadata Plaza and the other secretariat of a PDP, became a theater of a crisis. So the NWC could not sit. And there are some steps which are very, very necessary. So prior to that time, the stakeholders in the states and even beyond, they have been calling the governor. Do you want to risk contesting your second term on this platform, which has been infected with so many litigations? But the governor still kept the hope alive that the issue will be resolved. But when the issue could not be resolved on November 4, the whole stakeholders in the state said, man, you have to leave this party. And as a responsible person, as a responsible head of government, he tendered his resignation. But he didn't make it open because of the fact that the convention of PDP was coming. It was slated for Ibadan for November 15. He didn't want to be seen as among the people, to be among the people that is trying to even contribute more to the woes of PDP. So he kept it, he wrapped it. Now, on November 6, he has decided that, yes, we have to look for another political party, and he has made enough research and joined the Accord. So what happened about 4 or 5 days ago was the unveiling of Accord, and what happened yesterday was that he was nominated, he was given the ticket of Accord. And when you look at the manifestos of Accord, it's in line with the agenda of Adeleke administration as per the welfare of the people. That is so the situation which happened was not an intentional one, was not deliberate, but it was based on what is foisted on Adeleke. And everybody has actually appraised the situation, and they have given kudos to him that he has taken the right decision.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Alimi. Yes, whilst you say that some people have hailed him for taking the right decision, some might also question the choice of his party. Accord Party in Osun State, when we look at the strength of the party, it's not very well known. It's fielded credible parties in the past, credible candidates in the past, but hasn't quite been able to secure election wins. I know that there's the incumbent factor, but to what extent or how much work must be put in, and do you think that the party will be positioned ready enough for the 2027 elections, knowing that you have the APC and they're coming together? The president met with APC gubernatorial candidates in Osun State, and there's some form of concession there, so they're coming with a united front, stronger. You have the PDP, whoever they would field at the end of the day. Do you think the governor has a huge fight on his hands, and how confident are you that he will be able to position the Accord Party ready for the 2027 elections?
Well, thank you very much. We are very confident. But let me first start from the APC angle that you made mention. The APC is largely existing on social media, and the embark of propaganda here and there. When you come to Osun, you will know that APC is not as strong. They are not really on ground. And let me just give it to you that you should just understand the fact that the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, who happened to be the leader of APC in Osun State, was the incumbent who was defeated, and is still hale and hearty and is alive. He decided not to contest because everybody knew what was on ground. They are trying to use some stooges, because he realized that the chance of APC to win election in Osun, especially to win against Adeleke, is very, very slim. So don't let us debate them. But when you get to social media, you think something is happening. Nothing is happening as per APC in Osun. And couples with the division among them. What you are seeing, the president being the father of the country, could not invite anybody, and the person will say no. That's just me how we do dress it. Let us leave their own issue, and let us face our own. As per the issue of Adeleke and Accord, let me give you 3 factors. First and foremost, as I'm talking to you today, all the structures of the PDP are already in Accord. That is just it. That is the truth, because Adeleke did not just jump out of the seat of the PDP on his own. It was a collective decision, because the decision was foisted on us, and there was not enough time for us to say we will continue to wait. You understand it? And everybody believed that we should not take the risk. The risk will be too high for us. Look at what happened in Zamfara the other time. when all elected officers were declared, the election were annulled, and their position were given to the second runner. And so everybody has been talking about, even before the governor took a decision. That is one. Secondly, which is a very great factor, is that you can't compare Adeleke to others in the past, because Adeleke dynasty in Osun is a very, very powerful dynasty. The father of Adeleke, Senator Raji Adeleke, was a senator in Osun, well-loved, well-rooted. The first executive governor of Osun State, His Excellency, late Senator Isiaka Adetuji Adeleke Serubawan, a great philanthropist, well-rooted in this state. He has done well. And Ademola Adeleke himself, which you know, he has been a senator, he did well. And the last 3 years, come to us and come and see, in terms of welfare, the NSC acknowledge the fact that we are paying 75,500, but our table happen to be the third best in the whole country. So the labor in Osun, you can interview them, you can call them and interview them, or go to the street and interview the workers. You will see that they are not ready to leave Adeleke for any other candidate. And when you look at the pensioners in Osun, they have never had it so good. So when you are talking of welfare of the people, and when you are talking about the artisans, loan to the artisans, empowerment, youth empowerment, and so on and so forth. And when you now come to infrastructure, it's top notch. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is that the achievement of Adeleke in the last 3 years is speaking for him. Those are the issues, and even that is even despite the shenanigans of our opposition. Okay. Despite the fact that they are trying to strangulate us with the issue of local government, we are still performing.
Okay, Mr. Alimi, I'd like to get your take on the issue of the local government, because, hello, the Supreme Court has finally given a judgment. Did it go the way you wanted? That's one. Number two, the party that the governor is coming from, the PDP, also has a candidate there. He's a very interesting personality. Would you like to speak about that personality and his historical antecedents?
Well, as per Bafrayo, you know, as we used to call him, is not a politician in Osun. He's a politician in Oyo. Nobody know Bafrayo in Osun. So let us leave the issue of Bafrayo. That is just by the way. I told you the entire structure of PDP.
If you go back to the antecedents, he played a role in the political scheme in Osun with the case of Bola Ige and all of that. You know, if you remember that political antecedents, he had played that role, and that's what I want you to talk about.
I remember vividly. I don't want to dwell in the character of anybody. I'm the spokesperson for the government. It's not my duty to be talking about. Other commentators can talk about that. But what we are telling the whole world is that the issue of somebody being a candidate in PDP is of no moment as to political situation in Osun as it is today, because the entire state realized the reason why Adeleke has to move. It is a situation foisted on us. So we are not done about that
he's
one.
The competitor,
and
he stands a good chance. That's why I'm talking about him. If he's not the competitor to Adeleke, I mean, I will not be talking about him. He picked up the party ticket in the PDP. He has the national machinery of the PDP, and he has the complement also of the PDP governors that once stood with Adeleke that will no longer stand with him today, because you forget that you also need the complement of those governors. We remember the role, you know, that the PDP governors then did play. Now, Adeleke will go into an election where you don't have some PDP governors that stood with him, they're standing with him now. So he's all alone by himself, and that's what I'm talking about. The person that now takes that mantle, that will have the complement of those people with him going into this election. So I know what I'm talking about. If you don't want to talk about it, maybe you're running away from it.
No. I can talk about that one. I don't want to talk about the character and personality of another person.
Are you afraid to talk about the character and personality of Frayo?
No. I'm not afraid. What I'm saying is, it's not my business here. What you have, your second area is what I will discuss as per the support here and there. Let me tell you the truth, which the whole world knows, that almost all the governors in Nigeria who happen to be friends of Adeleke, they gave him the tactical support. Go ahead, that please, in your own interest, go and contest in another platform. So they are ready to give him support. It is what you know. Let me just paint a scenario for the whole country. Let us assume Adeleke take the risk, as some people has been expecting, and he contested under the platform of PDP. And a month or 2 months to election, either June or May, a federal court somewhere just said Adeleke was not qualified, or was not qualified to contest the election, and is disqualified. What do you happen to the morale of the electorate? The electorate will tell you that, after all, Governor, we have told you to move out, and not those people that has been talking. And so this thing will demoralize. This time around, that will not happen. So the support of Adeleke, both within and outside, is still intact. So forget about somebody being in PDP nominally. That is in theory. In practical, Adeleke is solid.
Commissioner, if you can hear me, we may have external support. And
I can hear you.
But it's the people of Osun State that will decide. That is what is important. But let me ask you.
Yes.
You know, he talked about a revised, upgraded 5-point agenda. So what's new? What's been modified? What is he promising in real terms?
Thank you very much. As per the support at home, I will go to your question. The support base of Adeleke in Osun today is almost 90%. You can just come and fact check it. You can do the poll.
5-point agenda.
Yes, I'm only coming to your question just to answer the first, to comment on the first comment. As per the agenda, you know, the first in the initial 5-point agenda, you discover that the first point agenda is workers' welfare. It has been upgraded now. It is no longer only the workers' welfare. It is the welfare of workers and the workers of the masses, because that is exactly what it's doing. Then the innovation, in terms of innovations, the Startup Act has been signed by the governor, and in the area of innovation, we have a special advisor and also is ranked first now. So we want to focus. We want to add that one to our agenda for the people, so that people can monitor it. Then on the area of agriculture, it's not just to provide food, but we want to focus more on technology in relation to agriculture, mechanical agriculture. So we sat down, we reviewed the situation, we saw what we have been able to do. We now discovered that technology is taking the place, so we need to rebuild our manifesto, and that is exactly what brought about that.
Okay, thank you very much, Commissioner for Information and Orientation and Enlightenment, Osun State.